Okay, guys, what's up? This is the Star Wars Battlefront review. I might be a couple weeks late on this, but got good reasons, mostly Fallout. Anyways, it's been about I looked this up like about 20 minutes ago. It's been 10 years since Battlefront 2. Jesus Christ, I thought, yeah, I don't know, man, that's a long fucking time. This Battlefront was announced I want to say like 2.5 years ago. Since then, since like that first like snowy thing on Hoth and the AT-AT's foot just stepped down, that shit was crazy. Been super hyped about it, super hyped. But we're gonna get to, was it worth it? You know, I don't know. We're gonna get to that. Just I want you to know, please don't hate me once you finish watching this thing. Just know that, yeah, don't hate me. Okay, so you know how these things go if you watch me. First off, we're starting with the graphics and sound. I'm lumping those together because I can. I guess you could call it presentation. Fuck you, I do what I want. Anyways, so this is running on the PS4 right now. This gameplay's from PS4 because I'm poor and I can't afford a nice PC. On the PS4, it is 900p, 60 frames per second. On the Xbox One, it's 720p, 60 frames per second. Very similar to Battlefield 4 and I think Battlefield Hardline. You guys know what I think about graphics, right? They just don't fucking matter. But that said, this game is using the Frostbite engine, and it looks absolutely great. I mean, this is Hoth right now. Like, I mean, even the character models, the Star Destroyer, just everything looks great. The bases, the people running. Look at this guy. He's got fucking footprints in the snow. Isn't that great? The blasters, they look great. The lightsabers that Luke and Darth Vader have look great. I'm just gonna keep saying this over and over because everything in this game does look pretty awesome. There's no way you're getting around that. They were aiming for like photorealism, so it looks like photorealistic. It looks really, really good, essentially. And the locations look great. This is Hoth. There's Endor. They have Endor. Something. There's other stuff. I remember. Tatooine. There's stuff. I'm sorry. I can't remember right now. I probably should have written down, but fuck it. Who cares? What you need to know is that they look really great. I know you can tell a lot of time went into making these things just look the way they do. And on that, there are also these sounds. Right now I'm in an X-Wing. If you can listen to it. Good. Everything sounds pretty awesome. They used the original sounds. They went back and they used the original sounds from the original movies. And I'm not sure about the voice acting. I'm sure they got people for that. But anyways, Boba Fett talks, Darth Vader talks. They talk very briefly, but they talk. The music score picks up when things are happening, if that makes sense. When stuff's starting to go down in the game, I guess. Wow, I suck. I'm sorry. It just sounds great. The music starts to pick up times, which is weird to say. And oh my god, it's Darth Vader in a multiplayer game. So the presentation overall is pretty fantastic. Fuck 720p, 900p, whatever. Oh, PC. Sorry, it's up there. It was in that little title card I just put there. You saw it. 1440p you can run, 60 frames per second, depending on how good your build is. You know how that goes. I'm poor. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're getting to the gameplay, and this is where things get kind of they kind of how do I explain that? So it works great, right? The shooting feels fine. And maybe it's a little bit slow compared to other games, i.e. Call of Duty, blah, 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 whatever have you. It's like, it feels in between that the sort of front style and newer shooters. But to be completely honest, it's kind of bare bones. It's kind of lacking, I want to say. There are a lot of unlockables, which I will show you. Give me a sec. Awkward. How's your day going? Mine was going fine. I ate a bunch of barbecue today. It was pretty great. All right. Unlocks. Here we go. So here's what we got. You got a bunch of cards, and each game you get or you beat, you get credits up there, that little weird looking symbol. These are all the unlocks you get, right? You have hands, which act like loadouts. You can rename them whatever loadout is. There are 11 blasters. No customization on any of them. Hey, what are you going to do? There's appearance. And here's the thing. You know. Appearance, right? You don't even get to unlock the other races to level 50. And there are, let's see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. I'm kidding. I have them written down. There's 10 different modes and 12 different maps. And the thing about it is that everything just starts to feel the same after a couple modes. No matter what mode you're playing, no matter what map you're on, it just starts to feel the same. For a while, you can get by on how things look and the graphics, graphic-wise, everything like that. Sound, whatever I said before. That's great. I love that. But objective-wise, you know, gameplay-wise, things just start to feel the same, I think. Flying is a really nice break from ground combat. You saw me before in the X-Wing. It works really great. It's not like the jets in Battlefield. It's a lot more intuitive, I want to say. It makes a lot more sense flying the X-Wing and the speeders and the TIE fighters than a jet in Battlefield. And the main differences there are the Rebels, the X-Wings, and the air speeders right there. Oh, you saw it. Air speeders have more defensive thing. There's like a shield you can put up, and the TIE fighters and TIE interceptors have a speed boost that you put up. And but that said, the vehicles are very scarce. I'm literally talking 3. There's 3 other than the flying the aircraft. There is the AT-AT, the AT-ST, and a speeder. That's it, the land speeder. So, you know, there's literally 3 vehicles. It's a little disappointing, I want to say, because the Rebels do tend to feel like they're a little bit underpowered compared to the, you know, AT-STs and AT-ATs. The AT-ATs are not a problem, not so much as the AT-STs are, because if your teammates don't focus on it, whoever's in it can destroy everyone. With that said, let's move on to the heroes. Let me die here really quick. Kill me. All right. Okay, here we go. These are the heroes. There are 6 heroes. You can see me. I am. Oh, look at me! I got a trophy. I am Princess Leia right now. There's Luke, Boba Fett. Look at that. Look at that bitch. He's flying. Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Palpatine. What did I say? Darth Vader. I think that's it. Han Solo. There you go. 6 people. 6 total ones. 3 good, 3 bad, and maybe you could count the Millennium Falcon and Slave 1 Boba Fett ship in Fighter Squadron. Those are like hero ships. But yeah, look at this. I mean, 6 people? Like, just compared to Battlefront 2, this is I'm sorry, team. I'll let you down. Fuck, where's everyone? Anyways, got sidetracked. Died. Leia and Palpatine are treated like support characters. I think I was on the wrong thought, but who cares? Palpatine and Leia are treated like support characters, which is funny, because no one really picks them, and I'm pretty sure I've never seen anyone pick them other than if this mode is heroes versus villains. This mode was in Battlefront 2. No one ever plays as Leia or Palpatine in the other modes. They all look great. They all sound great. It's whatever I said before. It's a good looking and good sounding game. And what are the other 5? 6 total heroes. And oh, there's honor guards or whatever in heroes versus villains. But those are just super fancy stormtroopers and rebels. 6 people. I think it's kind of disappointing, I want to say. Just compared, I don't know. Is it fair to compare to Battlefront 2? I think so. There's so much material they could work with, and I think their priority was getting things to look good and getting things to be totally accurate, that they just, I guess, would have been overwhelmed had they tried to do more heroes or villains. But 6, I mean, that's so few. It's just, ugh. Anyways, this is Heroes vs. Villains. Fucking Leia again. Heroes vs. Villains. It's exactly what it sounds like in the other modes. So Walker, Assault, Supremacy, and whatever else they're in. the heroes and villains are pickups. So meaning that, you see this little thing? That's that thing? It's a pickup. So that means that anyone on the team can run over, pick it up, and use it, which means, you know, the worst player in the team could get a pickup. And while you're out there playing the objective or getting on the points or defending something, someone picks up the hero thing and you're left to just do whatever. And, you know, maybe you don't want to be a hero, but yeah, I mean, the thing is that I have hardly picked up the hero thing since I first got this game. And, like, this is the best way to play as a hero or villain, is to do hero versus villains, or the hero hunt thing, which is cool. Hero hunt is like the juggernaut type style game. Yeah, I've gotten the hero pickup a handful of times. Like, I don't know. Like, some people like it that it's a hero pickup, meaning good, because it would mean that you don't have to be totally destroying at the game to get or to play as a hero, but it also means that very few people ever actually get to play as the hero, which is disappointing because their gameplay is, like, Luke specifically and Darth Vader are very different from the blasters that Han Solo and Boba Fett have, and Palpatine is just poop. He sucks. But, you know, some people like that approach. I don't really, but I guess that's just personal. Okay, so now we're on the most important part that I feel is the most important thing when considering buying a game, is the fun factor and replayability. Is Star Wars Battlefront fun? Yes, I do think it is pretty fun, and well, the thing about it is it's fun to an extent. I think the graphics and the sound can hold your attention for longer than most other games could on just graphics, on just sound. But the thing is, it like I said before, it just kind of starts to wear on you. I think even after a few modes, a few games, it doesn't really matter what you're playing because it all just starts to feel the same. Honestly, I think, don't hate me for that, just my opinion. That's what I think. It's just run out there, shoot some lasers, someone should die but doesn't die, you get killed, you get mad, and it's not the same. Maybe it's because it's bare bones. I don't know. We're gonna get to that later. But it is great. It definitely is great seeing a lot of locations, the models, and the sounds. It's fun being a part of that universe. It's fun being a part of the Star Wars universe and flying an X-wing or flying a TIE fighter, it's cool. For replayability, the unlockables, I guess you could call them unlockables. I don't know if it's fair to say that they are or aren't, I guess, because if you look at the collectibles thing I was at, it's at 32 out of 100, whatever, right? But the 3/4 of those, like, the different skins. So, and again, this is a first and third person game, and playing in first person, as you can see, you can't see your character. You can switch to third person, of course, but it doesn't affect gameplay whatsoever. And the Empire doesn't allow aliens, you know. So it doesn't affect you playing it. And honestly, I think it's a little bit easier to play in first person. So meaning that those unlockables hardly matter. I think you could beat third person, sure. Third person is good too, because you can still get headshots, you can see around corners, but that's up to you. But I have actually found it a little bit better to play in first person. But other than the unlockable heads, and, you know, there's 11 guns, a couple cards, whatever. Other than that, there's that diorama thing that you saw. It's like you complete a couple challenges or whatever, and little diorama thing adds little figures or some shit to little shit that you can look at, and it's exciting. Hey, it looks good. But that's about, I think that's about all I could say for the replayability of it. Okay, final verdict here. Man, you know, I really wish I could say 10 out of 10, best game ever. Go out right now and buy it. Drop what you're doing, go kill a man for it, you know, all that fun stuff. But the thing is that I guess I can't recommend you doing that. I think if I had to sum up this thing, if I had to put a tagline somewhere, hint, hint, just kidding, I might put that in the description. I would say it's quality over quantity. And what I mean by quality is absolutely the graphics, absolutely the sound, the models, but the quantity is, it's important to have many things to do in your game that don't all start feeling the same, and that includes the 11 blasters with no customizable scopes, no customizable, you know, skins or whatever. So quality over quantity in that sense, and quantity especially for Battlefront 2 and the first Battlefront, there was just shit tons of maps. There were the different eras. There was like the Civil War era. There was the Storm Troop or the Clone Troopers versus droids and stuff. Which, man, I miss the droids. I miss them a lot. But the quantity in there, the heroes, all I remember, I don't know the exact count. All I know is that there was a shit ton of heroes and villains in Act 1. But I'm just trying to speculate on what makes it just not the most phenomenal game. I think maybe you could call it too much hype. That same thing happened with Watch Dogs. Was it too much hype? Was it maybe it's just that it's so different from other shooters that maybe it just seems boring compared to, like, Titanfall was super fast paced, Call of Duty is super fast paced, even Halo now is super fast paced, and maybe that's what everyone should be. Maybe that's the thing, or it could just be that they focused a lot on fan service, which includes the models, which includes the sound. It could be that there's too much fan service, and they tried really hard to get that quality up. I think they tried really hard to get the Forest Moon of Endor to look really good. I think they tried really hard to get Hoth to look really good. But when they did that, I guess they put too much time and effort into those things, and could have made more maps or more planets, more varied forms of whatever vehicles, especially vehicles. You saw a speeder I walked by before. There is free DLC coming later. This is a season pass, which is like $40, which to us normal people sounds like a lot. But if you DICE, especially with their Battlefield games, that's a season pass for them. Right now, there's free DLC, the Battle of Jakku, coming that ties into the Force Awakens. You know, hey, get hyped for Force Awakens. It's gonna happen. There's shit happening in Battlefront. But I don't think that if you're a super diehard Star Wars fan and you really want to get that little extra bit of information, even then, I still wouldn't recommend buying Battlefront just for that. So then, should you buy it? Ah, man. It is really, again, it's really hard for me to say one way or another on this. Because, for me, it's been Battlefront. That thing has been hyped for so long, but now, even that it's here, it's a good change of pace. I've said that a couple of games before, that it is a good change of pace. It's very different. Being part of the universe is great. But it's not like the old Battlefronts, but it's also not like Battlefields, the Battlefield games. In Battlefield, there's tanks and jeeps and jets and helicopters and whatever you could fucking imagine. You could put C4 on them and drive them into a tank, you know? But here, it's this AT-AT. There's Y-Wings you can see up in the upper left corner. You can't fly a Y-Wing, though, which is a little bit disappointing. X-Wings and speeders. That's it. And air speeders. TIE fighters and TIE interceptors. That's it. And then Millennium Falcon and Slave One. Those are hero ships. It is definitely pretty slow paced compared to even Battlefield, compared to Call of Duty, whatever. And you know, it's not really fair to compare it to Call of Duty or whatever, but maybe I'm just saying that maybe that's the reason I feel it's so slow compared to them. Or I'm on crack or something, but I guess my suggestion for this would be to wait and wait for like a limited edition that comes with the bundles, because yeah, $40 for a season pass, guys, is a little bit steep, I want to say. But most people say, oh, that's normal nowadays, but it's also normal not to have a lot of money and want to get the ones. Hey, that's a whole nother argument I'm going to get into, but yeah, I guess I say wait for some limited edition, collector's edition bundle that usually happens with DICE games, Battlefield especially, or only, I guess, in this case. But it's just kind of sad to me that I guess I could say that you could probably pass on this game and be fine. You could probably pass and just not miss anything special, which, again, a bit sad, but maybe it's the hype train, guys. Maybe it's the hype train. Who knows? But just also, side note, I wrote this in parentheses on my little Microsoft Word thing here. Please don't hate me for any of this. Actually, well, feel free to hate me. But the thing is, like, I really wanted to like this game too. I really wanted it to be the best game I've played in the past 15 years, 10 years. The sad thing is that it's not, though, I guess, and maybe that's why it's just, eh. Anyways, thanks, guys, for watching. Do whatever it is you do on the YouTube. You subscribe, or you don't have to subscribe. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Wait, I've done that shit before. Hold on, I got to be more original.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.